A dark and early start to the 2019 FIM International 6 Days of Enduro, opening from the week's base camp at the Algarve International Circuit. On days 1 and 2, the riders cover the western area of the region, tracking to the week's southernmost point to 4 tests close to the village of Boudens, before returning to the outskirts of the host venue for the day's finale. Great Britain got off to the worst possible start with injury to their star man that rules him out of the competition. 2019 FIM Enduro World Champion Brad Freeman crashed out in the third special, and the Brits are down to 3 with 5 days remaining.
Day started out really well, we had a good first few tests, and then the third test on the first lap, at the end of the lap, I caught the rider in front and got in his dust, and stupidly really, I just kept going. I went to catch him and pass him, keep pushing forward, and it cost me really. I just hit something at the bottom of a little downhill, and it just spat me off so big. I had a really big crash, and I broke my arm now. But no, it's all back in place. So obviously we got to wait for it to heal now. But that's me out the 6 days. So I'm gutted for me, but more so for them, So no, hopefully they can do us proud this week and bring back some good results.
Freeman's absence enabled Italy to press their case for a podium position, veteran Davide Guarneri leading the timesheets for the quartet that ends day 1 in third, but almost 2 minutes back from the comfortable top 2. Only 20 seconds covers the USA and Australia at the end of a fierce opening to the week. A solid through-the-order effort from the Americans, contrasting with a somewhat lopsided Australian timesheet. Ryan Sipes finished fastest of the US scoring trio, but only 6 seconds separated their times. A standout performance from a confident Daniel Sanders puts the men from Down Under into an early lead. The individual leader a full minute faster than the top American after winning 5 of the day's 7 tests.
For sure, we had a very strong start as the team in the sand. The last Australian round was in the sand, so we've had some good time in the sand. And for myself, it was a nice clean run, passing 3-4 people in the first test. So it was good fun and got through pretty clean. But 2 crashes today, but still managed the overall lead, and I think the team's off to a good start.
Spain and France find themselves out of the top 5 in the early stages. A close fight brews for third, with 3 teams separated by just 35 seconds. The focus in the build-up to the Junior Trophy has been on the 2 most recent winners, France and Italy, but both were comfortably eclipsed on day 1 by the USA and Australia. The Joeys were last victorious at junior level in 2015, but with Fraser Higlett topping the category timesheets and 7th overall, ably backed up by Michael Driscoll and Lyndon Snodgrass as the only team with every rider putting in a sub 48-minute day. This was a strong start for Australia.
I don't know, I was having heaps of fun out there today, and I guess when I'm having fun, I'm probably going to ride better. So I'm loving it. Tracks are sick. Trail's really good. Bike's awesome. I got nothing to complain about.
As predicted, France and Italy find themselves closely matched. Just 4.5 seconds split the 2 nations after day 1, but both have significant ground to make up on the leaders. The biggest shock of the day was reserved for the Women's Trophy, where Australia were restricted to 3rd behind the USA and Germany. After a tough start to the day in the first special, it was only in the final test that team leader Taylor Jones finally made progress on the timesheets. Instead, Brandy Richards was fastest individually, and the USA end day 1 a mere fraction behind leaders Germany, as they chase a first title since the inaugural 2007 Women's Trophy in La Serena. Inspired by the return of 2017 world champion Maria Franke, Germany have the lead, albeit a slender one, standing at just 5 seconds. There was nothing to choose between the top two nations, but the efforts of a late call-up Anne Borchers, who started the day brilliantly, has made the difference. She's a new girl. It was her first day of Enduro today, and she's done a great job. I'm really happy. I didn't expect this. I gave birth to my child in 2018. It's not easy to train with a 1-year-old, so this is really special.
The gap of almost 3 minutes has already opened behind the top four, with Spain best of the rest at the end of day one in the Algarve.